Whew.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Just had a little technical issues, but we are live. Thank God. My wife knows how to do all this stuff. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, to the military, our veterans, and mostly people like you who take the time and watch the show. Folks, we are moving at the same time, just making sure here. It's Twister Brandolino's in the house, so we are ready.
It's Toxic Thursday.
Toxic Thursday. I'm sorry. I'm lost. I'm completely lost. Anyway, it's ready. It's showtime. Let's go to Toxic Thursday. There it is. Thank you for reminding me, Carol, very much. I'm lost. I don't even know where I'm going, folks. It's just crazy, right? It's crazy, guys.
You're going on a cruise.
I'm losing it. That's what it is. All I know, it is Thursday, March 20th. Correct. And we are here today, folks. And of course, Carol, nice enough to fill in for Laura while she's recuperating, and she's doing better and better and better every day. So that's great, folks. We got a nice little show planned for you guys. And then, Carol, we're going to announce how to get a chance to join us at the Engelbert Humperdinck concert coming April 8th. And the money's going to go to St. Jude's for the special raffle that we're going to do. We mentioned it yesterday, but we'll fine tune it a little bit today and get you guys a chance to join us on that grateful day. Engelbert Humperdinck, April 8th. It's a Tuesday at the Des Plaines Theater. Let's get right to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local. Small engine repair service offered at all their Chicagoland JRC Ace Hardware locations. No appointment necessary. Just bring in your small engine and speak to one of our knowledgeable sales associates. Wait a minute, you can't get the unit to us? We'll gladly pick it up and deliver it back to you. Don't forget to grill your ace off with our good friends from JRC Ace Hardware's Weber, Tanger, Blackstone, Napoleon. All those grills are on display at the stores. Also pick up some rubs and spices and sauces to make sure you look at that brand new Weber Spirit Grill. New design, 3-price, 3-burner. The new Weber Spirit model is only $4.99 the whole entire month of March at the JRC Hardware stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. All right, so a lot to talk, a lot of good stuff going on. As we all know, tomorrow we are leaving at 4:30 in the morning. As our flight is at 6:30 in the morning. Like a lot of the guys have already, the 7th Heaven guys already, I think they left yesterday. Jeff left yesterday. Jeff's leaving early this morning. Toto left Tuesday. Jerry left Tuesday. So it's going to be a good time, folks. And we're excited because we get to not only we get to perform on the cruise, but we have some fun. And the only thing, Laura's not coming with us, unfortunately, because of her doctor won't let her do anything. But she'll know in about a week or so when she can sit in the front seat again. Because right now she's only sit in the back seat just in case, and she can't even drive. So, we'll hope things will work out with that very well. Yesterday, I had a night off, folks, and I just relaxed. I didn't do any singing because the last 2 nights we had rehearsal with Mojo's Jukebox. So we ended up at Rosario's in Roselle to see the Jersey Girls. Actually, only 2 of them were there because the other one is, I think, in California now. She's heading for the cruise. They're going to be joining us in the cruise.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it was great seeing them, and Chris does a great job, and Manny over there at Rosario's, and it was great seeing, of course, Sonny, Russ, and Ralphie, and the guy, just the group there that we had to hang and have a little fun. So that was
that's nice. Good.
Yeah. I also want to thank Jeff Sanderson, who was our guest yesterday on the show, was running for commissioner of the Park District of Schaumburg, and that course, that election starts April 1st, but you can actually start voting today, actually. But
Mhm.
thank you for that. Tomorrow there will be no show. Like I said, we're on the airplane doing what we got to do. A couple really quick things. My friend Gina Galachico, her mother died.
Yeah.
So our prayers go out to Gina
I'm
out there and her family. Horrible, man. And then my good friend Peggy DeFazio, of course, who books all the entertainment for the Taste of Melrose and works for the Melrose Park organization. Peggy's husband has passed away as well yesterday. So our prayers go out to the DeFazio family. Just crazy as it is. How's everything on your end over there, Carol?
I'm here. That's all I could tell you. I'm here. That's it. I'll tell you what, if I make it here, these are the best days of my week right now, which is wonderful because I get to just kind of let loose a little. Like I said last weekend, I let loose a little. I got to do it a little more. Like this is where I get to kind of let it out, breathe,
Have a little fun. And
Yeah, have
speaking
some
of having fun, everybody, tonight we'll be at Positano's in Oak Brook. Tonight it's going to be Daryl Armenstad, the professor, and Regina Karma. What a voice on this lady.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. So hope you guys can all join us tonight at Positano's at 7 o'clock. The last show before we take off for 8 days. All right. So here's a couple things going on right now. Interesting. J-Lo at the age of 55 years old is look like they're secretly dating Kevin Costner.
J-Lo?
J-Lo and Kevin Costner are kind of together. Now, I don't know. Kevin, 69, she's 55, so they're not that different in age.
I'm sorry. I can't see Kevin Costner with a Latina with a big old booty that does what she does. I can't see Kevin Costner with her. I do not see it.
Well, listen, I met Kevin a couple times when he used to come down to Jilly's downtown on Rush Street. He always had a blonde. He always had a blonde wife or blonde girlfriend. So who knows? Maybe you're getting it. Maybe that doesn't work. So now let's try something completely different. Go to the other side.
Your palate changes, doesn't it? Our palates change, don't they? So a wine, hard liquor, all that good stuff. I guess it depends what your body needs at the time. So I don't know. It's a weird.
Good point. And so I don't know if it works out. Hey, God bless. God bless. Speaking of Rosario's, my friend Chris Rosario, I think he was on WGN this morning for National Ravioli Day, and he was actually cooking some ravioli on the TV. Nice. National Ravioli Day. Carol, let me ask you something now. You wake up in the morning and it's 1990. What's the first thing you're going to do? It's 1990.
All right.
What's the first thing you're going to do?
I was a junior. I had to be a junior because I graduated high school in 91. Oh, I don't know. I mean, getting up, if it's summertime, I was out. 1990, depends what time of year. I'm going, if it's a weekend in the summer, like I went to the beach a lot. We went to the beach. We would go to Chicago where friends.
Now, remember, if you're waking up in the morning, it's still
right
March.
In the morning?
You're waking up in the morning.
Actually, okay.
At this time, so it would be March 22nd, 1990. You're waking up. What would you do? First thing you do. I mean, you first of all, we'd be freaking out right now because it's 1990 and it's not 22.
You know what the first thing that comes to my mind is? I'd be able to fucking stand up without something hurting. Okay, first of all, I wouldn't have to think about knees, back, my neck, shit like that. But get up. I don't know. I mean, if it's March, you got school. I was a junior. Get ready for the day. Miss Social Butterfly in high school. So I'd be going to school, getting up and, getting my makeup on.
Because you didn't graduate yet, right?
No, I graduated high school in 91. So I was a junior.
All right, you graduated in 91. So I've already been grad 10 years because I graduated in 81. In the 90s, I don't know, man. I wasn't even Tony Ocean yet. I didn't turn Tony Ocean until 96. So I would be still doing the rock stuff, working at a lousy job, working at my dad's bakery, miserable.
Right.
But still doing the rock and roll music. And
I'd be working at the hot dog stand. Let's see, if I was 18, I would have been working at our hot dog stand still too. I mean, that was a side job. My uncle's restaurant, I ran that half the week. I was young, but I did that. So it's restaurant, hot dog stand, junior in high school, go out, have fun, and repeat.
And that repeat over and over every day.
Yeah.
You're watching Ocean Spit. It's Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino, folks. And there is Gina. How you doing? Hey, Gina said she had her first kid in 1991.
Oh, shit.
There's
What?
Double T, Tony Toto. I think he's
Oh.
finally in Orlando, or he might be in Florida. There's Mary, of course, from NTD Vacations. And, of course, my good friend Mary from, let's give her to Berkshire Hathaway. So now that we have Mary there, let's get right to our sponsor. There's Mary, folks, looking, buying or selling a home. Just don't call her when you're ready to buy or sell. Call her when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent. Mary Grievous, M. Grievous at StarkRE.com. Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate, available to aspire sellers for sale by owners and expired listings. Give her a call at 630-688-1725. And of course, you know, she does NTD Vacations, not only the Chicago Music Cruise, they're real travel agents. So it's too late to get on this cruise today, obviously, folks, because that's sold out. Even if you bought tickets. Even if you bought tickets, you couldn't get on it. It's sold out. For next year, we're looking at January 2026. We don't know what's going to go on yet, and I know something's going to happen. We will keep you all. Just keep an eye out for Chicago Music Cruise, and make sure you give Mary a call if you're going to be traveling anywhere. Travel agent 630-688-1725. Twisted Tuesday. I mean, Toxic Thursday. Jesus Christ.
That's
I feel
normal.
like I'm in 1990. There you go. Dennis, Jill, Ryan, Double T, Carlo, Joseph's in the house. Mary's firstborn was 1989, and her first kid.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we are sailing tomorrow. That's right, Mary. Ronnie B. Felice was getting ready for my wedding in June. Yikes.
Wow.
Felicia says. Yep. So there you go. In 1990, was I married?
Well, which one? I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm going back to my first one. It would be
okay.
My first wife, I think, was 85.
Okay.
84. Yeah. And my second marriage might have been 92. And what a weekend that was. Yeah. So that didn't last long.
God love you. God. I don't know how you keep going back.
Just
I mean, what
I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy.
At least
what
you
do
got
we got
Laura now. Thank God.
Thank
God you got the good one.
Oh, my God. For all you ladies out there, the Forever 21 stores are finally all shutting down. I guess they went bankrupt at one time. They were saved, and now they're going bankrupt again. I don't remember seeing a Forever 21 store. What are they like?
They were. It's like real. It's cheap. It's like cheap clothing for like teenage girls for the most part. I mean, cheaper clothing. Cheaper. It's in some malls and stuff like that for sure. But yeah, you could get all that stuff now at online. You know what I mean? Online's killing everybody.
Online is killing everybody. You're actually like,
right.
Carol, here we go again. You know, back in, we're talking, remember Michael Jackson, the king of pop, one of the greatest of all time. Had a lot of trouble with kids, supposedly, for a lot of years. I suppose it was hush, 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 paying a lot of people off. Now there's another lawsuit, but this time they're going after his estate. This is and the state is getting death threats. Wade Robin said Michael Jackson abused him, molested him from the age of 7. 7.
Okay.
So now they're going after the Michael Jackson estate. This is according to the Daily Mail.
Okay. How do you prove that? How do you prove that he's dead? What do? You can't take him to court. You can't put him on trial. You can't. How do you prove? Believe me, now more than ever in my life, do I see how much you got to prove shit. Like going through divorce is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I don't know unless he has proof. I mean, I don't think a lawyer would have took that case. If there is proof, there's got to be something. He might know stuff that was in a certain room that no one else knew. There might be something they're going to prove that. But it's just sickening to see. You hear about all this stuff that's going on, and it's a sad thing. It's scary. It's sad. It's disgusting because he just got caught. All those years he paid those kids off, and finally they said hell with it, and he couldn't pay it off anymore, whatever it was. And you're hearing about so many more and more this happening. going back to the priests and this and
Oh,
celebrities,
right.
and we don't have to repeat this, but it's just the point. It's getting very disgusting, and
It is
it's
disgusting.
just horrible. Tony O is watching us. What's up, Tony O? Another great DJ
Yo,
in
yo.
Chicago. There's
Yep.
my buddy
Very,
Chris
very-
from Rosario's Pizza. Of course, we were at Rosario's last night. He was on WGN for National Ravioli Day. Very, very cool. So, all right, the rock band Disturbed. I've never heard of them, but they played.
I love them.
You love them? They
Love
played
them.
the United Center just March 8th, and because of their pyro lit,
I heard about that.
6 Chicago Bulls banners were completely destroyed
Oh my
from the
God.
pyro. So there you go.
Yeah, I saw
You
like
gotta watch out that
videos.
stuff, right?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, if something was going to go up in flames, I want to be at a Disturbed concert to see it.
Now, what
I
is
mean,
the Disturbed sound as bad as the name?
No, he's awesome. This guy, this singer, I don't know his name. He's from Chicago. So I've
Okay.
actually met him quite a few times. He used to
Okay.
come to the restaurant that I managed and booked live entertainment. He
Yeah.
would come on our acoustic open mic nights because he knew the guy that I had there hosting the open mic night. So
Okay.
he would come, nicest guy, great. He talks a lot to people. He speaks up for people.
What's the music like? Does it
It's like,
headbang?
no, so I'm more like,
That's not music. Yeah,
it's good. It is. You'd be surprised because I don't like screaming heavy metal, but
yeah.
some of his songs are amazing. But he's really a good guy too. I really like him.
Very, very cool. Scott's from Arizona. How you doing, Arizona? Scott from Arizona. Actually, we're going to be in Arizona on October 5th, folks, for the Playboy Bunny reunion concert party. We did the one in Lake Geneva 2 years ago, but now we're going to be doing it in Arizona in Scottsdale, October 5th. So we're excited about that. All right. So, okay. So for St. Patrick's Day, all the people go over there and they dye the river green. The question, though,
Right.
St. Joseph Day, like I said, they didn't do nothing for them. I think they should dye the river red.
And I saw a picture of that on Facebook. It looked beautiful. I think Tony Orlando's the one that posted it. He posted.
Could have been Tony O. Could have been Tony O.
I think it was, but it showed the river all red and then all the tents along. Why not? Why isn't anybody asking for this? Maybe they should ask the city.
I don't know why no one's asking for. Look. This is the city of Chicago where a lot of Italians from. But remember, the last mayor that did anything for Italians stole our statue and took the Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
That's how much they care about Italians.
Mhm.
And we know that Mr. Ron Onesti's been fighting this for as long as he's been doing everything with the Italian community, and that's probably why they will not dye the river red. I hope they do. It would be very cool to do, but I think it's very, very, very. So
can I tell you something about the story of my life real quick? Because this is okay. I always tell people, just so you know, when things happen to me, they either happen big, whether it's good or bad, or good or bad. Okay, it's always going to be a fucking like story for the newspaper or something so embarrassing, right?
Right.
So this morning, my hairstylist, I had to cancel appointments all week, get this done. I was like, literally, my hair was starting to fall out of my head, my extensions. Okay. I was like, I got to get in. So she met me there at 7 a.m. So it's just her and I at the place she's doing my hair. So I have the color in my hair. So if you don't know what that looks like, it's bad. It's all pasty, black, dark hair.
All right. Okay.
All of a sudden, she's like, do you smell? Somebody walked in from the restaurant next door and goes, do you smell gas? And we're like, no, we don't smell anything. So she's like, no, we don't smell anything. All of a sudden, I'm sitting here with black dye all over my forehead, like my forehead, my head, no makeup on it, 7:15, now 7:30 in the morning. The whole fire department's there. I go, are you fucking kidding me right now? You're going to tell me all these firemen are going to walk in and see me, and
was the place on fire?
No, but the restaurant next door, when they came into the salon, they said, there's some kind of leak by the water heater. And she's like, well, what does that mean? So she's here washing my hair. I go, get this shit out of my hair. Get this shit out of my hair. So
these kids get the hell out of here. Right.
No,
exactly.
No, I didn't give a shit. I said, get this shit out of my hair. I wanted to get my extensions. And listen, I would have put a mask over my face if I had to. I needed my extensions back in my hair. So finally, they went next door. They had to call the landlord. They went next door. He came to the restaurant next door. If you've ever worked at restaurants, somebody forgot to shut everything down the night before. So it went to their the suite in the plaza, which is the hair salon. And they started to have a little leak by the water heater. He's like, she's washing my hair. I'm like, you need to hurry up. You need to hurry up. You got to get these extensions in. I didn't even care about the leak. She goes, girl, she's like, we could blow up. I go, I don't give a shit. I'm going to get these put on outside.
Get this stuff out of my hair first. I don't care if the place is going to blow up.
All these firemen I'm like, of course. Of course, there's 10 firemen. I'm like, hey. And I'm like, oh my God, you can't look any worse than I look right now. It's just so bad. So finally, he's like, you're going to have to wash your hair with cold water. I go, I don't care if you wash it with olive oil. Get me out of this fucking chair right now. Like, I need to get out, and I need to know that we're okay to get the rest of my hair appointment in.
So you just cared. You just cared. You wanted to get out of the building because you thought it was going to start on fire.
No, I did not care about that. I wanted to get my extensions back in. Yeah, like I looked like Yoda. Like I tell you, if everything that's fake comes off, I look like Yoda. Okay, like I couldn't. But it was so embarrassing.
So you had an interesting morning.
Of course, the place was about to blow up.
Think about it, guys. If you just listen. Think about those people that have Groundhog's Day. Same thing over and over and over. I mean, you got to have a little excitement. You got to do something to stir the pot every now and then, right? Good or bad. You're absolutely right. Let's see. We got a happy birthday to my good friend Yolanda. Yolanda. We'll see you tonight, Yolanda. Daniel Raimondi, President Trump celebrated St. Joseph's Day at the White House. Very, very cool. Danny, we'll be missing you on the cruise this year. Hopefully you'll be joining us in January. Mark, remember, that's right. Remember, Mark says, remember, Tony, Carol's younger than us. Music is different. That's good point. Good point. Good point. Good point.
I don't like most rap, and I don't like screaming, yelling heavy metal. Those two things I don't like. I like everything else.
Yeah. I don't get that grunge. I don't like that grunge stuff. I don't get into that anything. But cool. Speaking of President Trump, ladies and gentlemen, he revoked the Secret Service for Biden's children. So now Joe Biden, of course, is ex-president, so he'll always have security no matter what. But his children now don't have security anymore. Dr. Fauci doesn't have security anymore. Hey, children are on your own, buddy. Sorry.
He can afford to pay them. They should be able to afford to pay for their own.
Boy,
they got all of our money. I
mean, can he afford it after the money that he got? Here's some story. Right. This is crazy. The track and field star at the age of 19 years old, Natalie Black. She took the track and field. She ran. She went home, took a nap, and died. See what I mean? I don't care whatever. Look, the guy, the editor of Men's Health magazine, was jogging in the park, dropped dead of a heart attack while he was jogging. We all know that, right? When you're born, the next day after that is when you're going to die.
Well, like Gianni just said something the other day, and we were talking about the military. He's trying to decide if this is something he might seriously be considering. And he goes, well, the only downside, I go, Gianni, I'm not going to try and talk you out of it. Of course, I don't want you to go only because of my selfish reasons as a mother. Okay, period. But of course, I would be proud no matter what, because, he's always been very interested in the military. And he goes, well, the only downside about that, obviously, is, he goes, what it would be. I go, what? He goes, well, the chance of dying. And I said, that's not a reason. I said, Johnny, we could walk outside and cross the street. There's a chance of dying. There's a bigger chance, I guess. Yeah, sure. But of course, if you're in combat, of course. But I said, you can walk across. None of us, there's no guarantee. That's why you got to live day to day. Like every day, try and do, what you want to do, what you enjoy doing. You got to do that because we don't know. You go to bed. And that's
absolutely. You know what? Don't wait till tomorrow because we're not promised tomorrow. Everybody does that. Hey, we're going to do this when we retire.
Right.
We don't have that. We don't have that luxury to say we can when we retire we're going to do this. We don't know. So hey, go out, have fun. That's it. Patrice is watching. Nanette, how you doing, Nanette? Sherry Kelly Moreno is watching. How you doing, Chad? Good. 10 out of 10 people die. Okay.
From where?
From where? Is that when they're in the Army? I don't know. Sherry says 10 out of 10 people die.
I'm sure she'll explain herself. That's Nanette's sister.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so you look, you don't know. I want to get body painted. That's one of my my bucket list, like bucket list, like before I die.
What's
Okay,
that?
but I want to get body painted. I want to do a body paint thing, like you've been to New York, Manhattan. I never
Yeah.
saw it in person before until I went to I was in Manhattan years ago. And I'm walking down, in the city there, and there's women walking around, and like the hole from her waist up, it was like a American flag, or like it looked like a metal. She looked like a robot. It was all metal and silver. And I thought it was the coolest thing. But
Okay.
the older you get, unless you get a boob job or something, you're gonna have to do something that actually matches
Everything
what's going on
matches
here,
the
right?
electrical. Correct.
But
Yeah.
I would love to do that. And
All right. See, you got another thing on your bucket list.
Yeah,
And
another
like
one.
I said, folks, anything on your bucket list, go ahead and do. It's important.
Mhm.
Tell me what you think about this, Carol. Going on a honeymoon decreases divorce risk by 41%. So do you see, I mean, I don't know too many people who got married and actually didn't go on a honeymoon. They might,
I could tell you a story about that too.
yeah. I mean, I'm not talking about just, going nuts to Caribbean somewhere. I
Right,
mean,
right.
sometimes can just go anywhere for the
Mhm.
weekend or whatever hell it is.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
can.
But
I mean,
41%.
I don't know what that has to do with it. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I guess there's so many things happen after the honeymoon. Honeymoons should be the best time, one of the best times of your life, or vacations, right, of your life. We had like a 2-week thing planned. Literally was so exhausted after, leading up to the wedding, preparing for the wedding, getting married. Just there was so much. Literally, just canceled it. And went to like Wisconsin, a nice resort and spa that we normally liked to go to, in Elkhart Lake, and it is really great there.
Sure.
Went there for like 4 days, and just
Yeah.
I couldn't even think about a 2-week trip at that point. The
Yeah.
stress of planning a big wedding, and
Yeah, and you don't realize, folks, a lot of people don't even realize, and they might, but there's a lot of people think you got to go to Europe or you got to go to the Caribbean, you got to do this, got to do that. There's so many things nice just in the Midwest alone. So many nice places that you can go to, which not going to cost you an arm and a leg, and almost a honeymoon can pay as much as you paid for the wedding.
Right,
Some
right.
people go a little ballistic in this stuff.
Right.
My first honeymoon, we went to, my first honeymoon, I worked on my honeymoon. See, remember, the marriage that we first had was an arranged marriage, so we knew it was just supposed to be whatever it was. So I was in Lake Tahoe working and on my honeymoon. Yeah, and my second marriage, we got married while I was working in Las Vegas. At the Riviera. So yeah. So the actual real honeymoon I did was my third wife, and then of course with me and Laura. So interesting. Yeah, Jimmy Parker from Nashville is in the house. Make sure you download his stuff. Ryan Lewis is going to be celebrating a birthday this Monday. So happy birthday early, Ryan.
Birthday.
Oh, the question you asked me, I'm going to try to do 2 shows on the ship. Maybe going to try to do the Tuesday if you can maybe try it from the phone and see if it works. But Tuesday, or probably going to do Tuesday and Thursday on the ship to answer your question, Ryan Lewis. Richard, how you doing? Oh, so Sherry says 10 out of 10 people die everywhere.
Well, I get that. Just that I think she's trying to be funny, maybe, but I mean, everybody dies, right? We know, that's
absolutely. Here's an interesting thing: an Australian man. Let's see. He survived 100 days with a mechanical heart, the very first time in history. It's, you know what? It's amazing with technology and everything that's going to happen now. Just it'll be like pulling an old battery, like an old starter from your car and replacing it with a new one. I can see now your hearts and stuff. I mean, I don't know if we're going to see it in our age. Maybe my grandkids, maybe your kids. But it should be. Pina says just run around naked in your house all week for your honeymoon. Okay.
Well, I mean, that works too. That works too.
Or get a hotel and do it. So you don't mess up the place.
I prefer pina coladas and palm trees. So that's, and some ocean. I need something.
Yes. Yeah. Or go rent the palm trees and just put them in your backyard.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean,
There's a lot of things you can do,
There's
folks.
a lot of things.
It is Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We'll talk about Imperialux. We're talking about banking. We've got becoming your own bank, saving money as we get older, folks. Imperialux, imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement reality, guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Coggin will help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. Imperialux, 630-890-1213. Tell them Tony O sent you. It's folks. And all right. And we got a couple of things we're going to touch in about another 10 minutes. We'll touch about the Engelbert Humperdinck tickets. But it's the JRC Ace Hardware Minute, folks. Brought to you by JRC Hardware Stores. The weather for Thursday, March 20th. 36 degrees. Feels like it's 28 out there, folks. Humidity is 56%. Wind chill is 13 miles per hour, folks. Sunny out there. Woke up this morning till almost 2 inches of snow. Our power went out last night. I didn't even realize it when I woke up. I couldn't believe how much snow was out there this morning, at least by us in Oak Grove.
Us too, 2 inches maybe. I think we had about 2 inches of snow.
At 10 o'clock, I got home last night, 10:30. There was no snow, no rain, no nothing.
No, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's just the weirdest. I was in my basement yesterday with the kids and the dog when we thought a tornado was coming. So it was black. It was black, windy. Stuff was kind of flying around. So we got in the basement. I literally turned into my grandmother. I mean, we used to make fun of her and joke with her. And she would get in that basement or in the closet when tornado stuff would come. And I'm her. I was like, get in the basement. Like the dog, the kids.
We did that a couple of times too. I remember the family was going, everybody in the basement. I never did that before. I remember in school, sometimes you'd have to go underneath the desk when they had certain things. But there you go. It didn't snow in Lake Geneva, Dennis says. Okay. Paulina. Hi, Paulina. Hope you're doing well. And give our friend Herbie Gaines a happy birthday to Herbie yesterday. Paulina, nice to see you. This is Toxic Thursday with Carol Brandolino, folks. A couple dates coming up. April 2nd will be at the Jacob Henry Mansion in Joliet. The 3rd will be at Zaza's of April. The 5th will be returning to Donnie G's on a Saturday night for the very first time because my mother says please.
Good.
So that's it for, and then April 10th will be at Are We Live by Gigi's Burridge, folks. And then the 19th of April will be at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy on a Saturday night. Eric Todd, Fire the Groundhog. There you go, buddy. I hope you're doing well. All right, let's get to a couple other things before we start and about the, like 10 or 15 minutes before the end of the hour, we will give you a chance to win these 3 Engelbert Humperdinck tickets for Tuesday, April 8th by joining a raffle. It's going to be good. Carol will explain it, and then we'll be posting stuff online as well. All right, guys. Carol, the busiest day ever for Domino's wasn't during the Super Bowl. People think the pizza places. No. Yeah. Busiest day for the Domino's was during the O.J. Simpson's car chase, which was watched by more than 95 million people. Wow.
I watched it.
I watched 500. They sold 560 pizzas during that time because people didn't want to leave the house. They didn't want to. Wow. Not during the Super Bowl, but the OJ thing. It's old topic right now, but do you believe that OJ did that?
Yeah, of course. 1,000%. Nope. There's no question.
Nope.
No.
I think it was his kid or his buddy covering up for OJ. Now I could be crazy, you know me.
Never heard that.
Remember, folks. Remember, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, he was a scumbag, and that's the end of the story. Yes. And he beat her up all the time.
Yes, he did, guys. I'm only kidding. I do agree that OJ did it, and and because it was OJ, when they called, okay, it's just another, another tiff, whatever, and it's going to be okay. And then we talked about this too, when people, sometimes that stuff happens. It happens a lot in people's marriages and homes and relationships, and a lot of people are afraid to call. afraid
Yeah.
to make the thing. And of course, when the cops come and God forbid something happens, well, we don't know this is going on. No one's ever made a report.
You know, my friend's a police officer. She's a woman, you know, I think she's in her mid 40s. And I'll tell you what, she tells me stories that you just cringe. She almost had the guy try to attack her, like punch her, because he was telling the girlfriend basically nothing happened. I turned over, we were laying in bed, I turned over, my elbow hit her. Like he was literally intimidating her right in front of her. Like he was intimidating the girl that he had hit in front of the cop. She's my friend, and she said she was trying to stick up for the woman, and he's like, what, you want some? Or what kind of balls do you have to say something like that? She said he was a big, intimidating man, and very scary. The woman had a bruise, but if a lot of times they can't, you know, they don't have to press charges unless there's like major bodily harm, right? There's this gray area.
And a lot of people are afraid to press charges because of the circumstances that will happen later. It's crazy out there, folks. You know, it's nuts. Each cigarette. Wow. You ever smoked? I think you did smoke at one time, right?
No, I tried it twice. That's it.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right, because you didn't like the taste. I remember. Yeah. Okay. Each cigarette cost men 17 minutes of their life. Women, 22 minutes of their life. So if you've been a smoker your whole life, your minutes are just going. Now, I don't know how they come up with this. Men lose 17 minutes of their life with each cigarette they smoke, while women lose 22 minutes of each research. A new research studied devastating effects of smoking as concluded. The new estimate is higher than previous figures, which suggested that each cigarette shortens a smoker's life by 11 minutes. Now, is that the same thing as eating McDonald's every day?
I mean, I think they're both toxic. I mean, listen, I eat McDonald's.
Or cranberry juice with vodka every day.
Hey, listen, that stuff will clean up. What do they say? Clean something off a dirty or penny or whatever do they say? Coca-Cola
that's Coca-Cola. Yes,
Coca-Cola. But you know what? Liquor, alcohol, you know, it does. It must do a body good. Listen, a lot of famous musicians, okay, these guys in the Rolling Stones, and I don't know all their names, everything, but
Motley Crue, Ozzy Osbourne, all of them, they're
partied their asses off, okay, for many years. But I think things were different than, meaning, like even in cigarettes, there's probably a ton more chemicals and shit in cigarettes now than there was before.
There probably was too.
It was probably a lot healthier, because look at and the stress level in our world. Okay, that's not helping, because then you look at Greeks and Italians in Italy and Greece. Like my dad's been smoking since he was 14, 12, and he's, knock on wood, like I'm not trying to jinx anything, but he's 78. He had some issues with his prostate. They said, okay, stop smoking.
Yeah.
He still smoked, but it's the living, it's this less stress, it's the healthier food when you live in those countries, right? Like your Mediterranean diet. Yeah. That's a big difference than the world we live in and how stressful it is. And that
absolutely, and all the crap we talk about, what they put in our foods, and compared to what they are in Europe. We've discussed this many times. So, I just think it's, even though it's a great country and we get, the land of the free, I don't know how much it is free anymore, but interesting stuff. We were talking about, this is interesting. Before becoming Pope Francis, George Marino Belgino, the Pope, worked several jobs, including a nightclub bouncer, a janitor, and a chemical technician. And now he's the Pope.
So, wait a minute. Hold on. You're going to have to help me here if you know anything about Catholic or whatever Catholic religion.
Yeah.
So, what do you have to be? You have to be a priest first, right? I'm guessing.
You have to be a priest. You have to go to the schooling. You have to you got to get like voted in to be a pope.
Right, but you have to be a priest first. So he just decided one day, I'm gonna be a priest, not have sex ever again. Be a priest. He was a bouncer. I'm sure he got all kinds of whatever.
Right, and he was a janitor and a chemical technician.
Wow, what a life. He's probably like, I've seen it all. I've done it all. What the hell's left? So
now
I'm going
let's
to go
just
be
try
a
being
priest.
a priest. Yeah, there you go. Well, I think I would have came up with some other things to do. My buddy Louis Pipes is in the house. Louis, what's up, buddy? My good friend Louis Pipes. If go see him. If you're not coming to Positanos tonight, he's at Village Pub out there in North Riverside. My good buddy Louis Pipes, folks. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. For honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Servicing Chicagoland for over 37 years. Do it right with Airtight. Call my buddy Lou at 708-788-5000 and get those windows and sidings done for you. Tell them Tony O sent you. Toxic Thursday, me and Carol Brandolino, folks. That's right. If you want to buy things without looking at the price, work without looking at the clock.
That's right. I love that saying. I love it.
I love that too. Remember, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Depends on how you want to use it. We were just talking about life with things now. Things are expensive. People can't afford certain things. It's getting crazy out here. This is interesting because this guy did this in 2011, but he did it again. He just recently did it. An unemployed man from North Carolina seeking Medicare robbed a bank for just $1. His goal was to get arrested, sent to jail where he can access free health care, and he could not afford treatment otherwise. So he did it in 2011, and now he just did it again because he couldn't do it. So he robbed a bank. You go to jail, all your stuff is covered over there. I mean, imagine that the people have to go to this extreme to get medical care. It's crazy. And then you get people like this, according to WGN TV News, a special education teacher, which is like a gym teacher, right? And a soccer coach at Downers Grove South High School is facing 3 sexual abuse charges after allegations involving a 15-year-old.
So it's a woman coach / teacher, because Gianni and I had this conversation, and a 15-year-old boy at high school. They did it, whatever. It was a while back. Now, of course, Gianni's like, so she's 30, he's 50. I go, okay, listen. I go, what if it was a guy teacher and it was your sister who was 15? Because I would kill somebody, you know what I mean? Like, as a mother, that would, but there is a double standard. But this woman, if it was consensual, he's under the age. It's illegal. She's over 18. You know what I mean?
Correct,
He's under 18. So it's not like she was 19 or 20. And then you're breaking off.
And it is your student. I mean, but what?
Right.
What? I mean, at 15, I mean, what is wrong with these people?
Desperation.
I mean, is it really desperation, or you think is it a cougar out there just looking for something young?
But 15 cougars are smarter than that, I think. I think they're a little older, and then they go for 22.
I agree. I'm just using the difference in age. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying.
No, I'm just saying 15's gross. That's gross. That's nothing that you should be attracted to as a 30-year-old, not to a 15-year-old.
I agree. Again, Boyd strikes again. Here it is. Like marriage every year, married is like being underwater for a minute. After 5 minutes, it doesn't matter anymore.
Can we have Boyd meet us somewhere one day? Because I'd love to sit and
there you go. Good point. Good point, Gina. Don't you have to be a cardinal and a bishop first before you become pope? Good point.
It has to be. That's a big.
So remember, these things we probably did this stuff when he was younger. All these jobs that he did prior before he decided going to be a priest, a pope, and then all that stuff. Debbie, beat the shit out of her if that happened to my grandchild.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would say. I would say that's what it is, brother. My wife and I decided we don't want children. It was a difficult decision, but we're telling them tonight. Oh, there's a good one. Yeah. Okay, folks. This according to People Magazine, how a U.S. postal worker stole $1.6 million in tax return checks to fund trips to strip clubs, luxury travel hotels, and Bali Resort. A former United States Postal Service employee is facing a lengthy prison sentence after the jury convicted him of stealing $1.6 million in checks. Wow. He's at the post office. So he sees the stuff coming in. He takes the checks.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yep. Post office fraud is huge right now. Actually, a lot of people, like my neighbor was just telling me she had a check that never made it somewhere. Yeah. And she goes, and I'm old school, Carol. She said, I only use checks, and I also bring it in hand in person to the post office. So she knew it wasn't in the mailbox or this or that or anything. So you have to investigate in the post office. So I don't know if they vet people or if they should fingerprinting, because that's a federal job. So
I would think, and you know, and you know what? You don't need to steal that many. If these return checks, you know, some people are getting a lot of money. You don't. I mean, it is what it is. Here's the quote for today, folks. For you women out there, women don't fart; they release tension. Yep, there's something to dwell on in the afternoon when you guys are doing what you're doing. Let's give it up for our good friends. This is very, 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 very cool. Harvard University, very big school, very established. You know, well, all the hoi polloi go to this Harvard. We're going to Harvard. You go to Harvard, you can get a great job, but it's very expensive to attend Harvard school. Fox 32 News, Harvard University has announced that starting next school year, which would be 2026, it will offer free tuition to students from families with an annual income of $200,000 or less a year. So if the kid is smart enough or just doesn't have the funds, they will bring them to Harvard University.
I love that.
I think that is fantastic.
Yes, I love that. That's great.
Isn't that great that they can do that?
Yes.
That's a good point, Ronnie B. How does he sign the checks? It's got to be forgery.
Well, yeah.
It's very good forgery. And, you know, there's people out there that really know how to do it. And this is something I think you talked about, Carol. Homeschool kids greatly outperform those in conventional schools. You believe that?
I've heard that. I've read that. And they're just they kind of are socially and emotionally a little even better, because some schools suck right now, and you're around a lot of messed up kids with a lot of issues, and then they impart their issues on your kids, and then they have issues. It's like, you know, but you're at home, if you have that kind of a good atmosphere, you can still do those extracurricular activities. If it's not offered, you can go to the school and do certain extracurricular activities if you're in homeschool. The new poll shows Democratic. Okay, this is my buddy Dennis from Lake Geneva. New poll shows Democratic favorability is now 27%. This is in Newsmax, the lowest polling in history for the Democratic Party. Wow. Yeah, they screwed the pooch. They really, really showed their true colors, and you know, they doubled down. Especially
during the President Trump's speech, where they showed the kid and nobody clapped. I mean, and they're just brutal. And I'm not saying all the Democrats. I'm just saying this is Democrats in general, 27%. One more story before we're going to get into the Engelbert Humperdinck stuff. Terry Irwin, Steve Irwin. I thought you remember watching Animal Planet. He was good with the animals. He passed away.
Yeah.
And here's a question. And I was going to ask anybody who lost a wife or a husband. Terry Irwin, his wife, hasn't been on a date since losing Steve. I already had happily ever after. Have you heard of this? I've not heard other people never date again. I've heard people maybe they won't remarry again. But your spouse, you get along for many, many years. You're incredible, happily together, and someone passes away. What do you do? I mean, it's technical, right?
Everybody's different, but I'll tell you this. I know a couple, a very close friend of mine, her parents, they had a beautiful marriage, and I knew them from my high school years. From freshman year, I met them. And it was quite a long time ago that her mom passed away. And her dad, like I said, they had a beautiful marriage, very much in love, very great family. And you know what? He started dating a woman a little further down the line, not too long. They are still together now. It's been probably more than 15 years, 20 years, probably 15, 20 years. Here's the thing. Not everybody, they might not looking for that, the love of their lives or anything, but people need companionship, right? And they enjoy doing the things together. And yeah, you can fall in love more than once in your life. It might not be the same love you had when you were married, when you were younger. But I also have a friend who's younger. She's 40, I don't know, she's like 44. She lost her husband tragically 4 years ago, almost 5, to pancreatic cancer. 3 kids. It's very tragic. And I know for a fact she hasn't been like on a date or anything yet. Like she's just not ready for that. And the thing is like she said, she said the same thing. I'm never going to find anybody like that again, or how I feel. And that may be very true. But one day, someday down the line, when you're ready, companionship, I think, is really important. You don't want to be a lot of men and women, especially men. I guarantee it's the men that will date and or marry for sure before the women do. Because I think a lot of men don't like to be, certain ones don't like to be alone. They don't, because they want to be taken care of. You know what I mean? Like,
well, let me ask you. So another question we could say real fast. When someone passes away, what is the right way? Is there a right time that you see with somebody else? I mean, I also notice a lot of times when a lot of people, when the spouses pass away, there's always like friends that have been around the corner. I mean, they've been around, and always sometimes they end up with those people.
Sometimes, yeah.
They're single, right? They've known each other. They've been around. They know the ups and downs.
Sure.
I just can't see somebody just jumping into another relationship right after their spouse passes away. I don't understand that. That's got to be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine right after, for sure, because then you're going to start thinking things that, because that's just not normal. You need to grieve and all that, but everybody grieves differently. Everybody's so different. You know what I mean? I think there's a right or wrong time.
Yeah. Good point. Mine's watching TV. Oh, all right. Let's see. All right. Debbie, 13 years ago passed away. Debbie Wilmette has no dating ever since. So, good for you. Yeah, it's fantastic if you can do that stuff. All right. So 5 minutes now. Like I said yesterday, Engelbert Humperdinck, the legend, is coming to town. It'll be at the Des Plaines Theater on the 8th of April. And our good friend Carl Doty, of course, who does the St. Jude's benefit in Melrose Park every year, which is going to happen again, I think, September 7th. He got 3 $100 tickets that he wants to raffle off for people to get a chance to win these tickets. Now, it's $25 for anybody that wants to put it in the raffle, and then you get a chance to win. Now, Carol, go ahead, take it from there.
Okay, so this is how it's going to work. We have 40 tickets, 40 raffle tickets to sell off. So you got to get some, because they're going to run out. So, and these are good seats too. It's section 102. So just
$100 seats, good seats,
$100 seats each. So the prize actually is all 3 tickets. So you're getting a $300 package for a $25 raffle ticket. So so if you want to buy 2 or 3 tickets, okay, you're taking 3 of the tickets up of the 40, right? So you have a higher chance of winning if you buy more than 2, 3 tickets. You're still making out if you buy 4 tickets for $100 and you win, you're going to win a $300 prize of 3 tickets.
You're going to win 3 tickets at $100. And here's the thing of it all, folks. All the money, whatever they make, Carl makes, it's all going to go to St. Jude's.
Right.
So it doesn't go to his pockets. So not only are you taking care of good thing for St. Jude's, but you're also going to go see a great entertainer, Engelbert Humperdinck. Yeah. And you can't beat that. So if you either private message Carol, you can private message me.
Oh, link. We'll put the link up. We'll be putting the link up.
We'll put a post up so you guys can get into it. But remember, it's April 8th. You don't have a lot of time. And then we'll probably do the live raffle from the show, picking the names out so you can join us at Engelbert Humperdinck, April 8th at the Des Plaines Theater. Ron Onesti production. And thanks our good friend Carl Doty.
And
all right, folks.
Real quick, people can private message me if they want on like Facebook. If you're on my Facebook friends, private message me if you want to buy some raffle tickets. I can get that to happen, no problem.
Right, same thing, and we can get the information to Carl Doty. Absolutely, it's a good thing, folks. Jack, another good thing is Jack Vayner Landscape. They offer monthly maintenance programs: bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design, service, installation, servicing the North Shore for 46 years. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. And Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Buy local, shop local. And Mike and Gigi, Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair for all your collision and auto repair needs. Toxic Thursday. Carol Brandolino. There'll be no show tomorrow, folks. So we will be going live from the ship on Tuesday and Thursday. But we're doing the first night we're off. We're doing a half-hour show at Mojo's on Monday, and then Tuesday we have an hour show, and on Wednesday we have an hour show. So we have 4 days off out of the 8 and working 3. Yeah, so we are with both bands. So when you come see the Tony Ocean show at the theater, you're going to get half Tony Ocean and half Mojo's. So it's going to be a lot of fun for the people that are be joining us on that cruise ship on the Royal Caribbean leaving tomorrow. All right. Well, it's coming to it's coming to the end of the hour, folks. So let's get right real fast. It's very there you go, Debbie. It's very depressing to think about it. I'm sure it is. I can't imagine what you're going through. Louise, I hope you're doing well. Sandra was the one that reached out and wanted to donate something to Sandra Argento. My good friend Sandra wanted to donate something to St. Jude's. Maybe you can do it for the tickets, Sandra. So we'll reach out to you on that. All right, here is the birthdays for Thursday, March 30th. Adam Ant. Remember Adam Ant? Goody Two, Goody Twos, Goody 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 Two. He's a singer from 70 years old. My good friend Yolanda celebrating a birthday. Sly and the Family Stone. That's right. Sly Stone, 82. John Sebastian from the Love and Spoonful, celebrating a birthday. Ted Aliota, great entertainer from Chicago. All right. Jesus, the dogs are barking. Gladys Knight is 87 years old. Excuse me, folks. Gladys Knight is 87 years old. My good friend Luann from New York City. Luann, I miss you, kid. I hope you're well. Queen Latifah celebrating a birthday. Patty Hansen, the wife of Keith Richards. Wolfgang Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen's kid, 34 years old. David Cassidy celebrating a birthday. Herbie Gaines, we just mentioned. Charlie Pride, the first African-American country singer. Great singer, Charlie Pride. My good buddy Chuck Falco from Chickies, Hillside, great restaurant. My good friend Chuck celebrating. And Nick Cox from Seventh Heaven celebrating a birthday. And DJ Fontana, the original drummer for Elvis Presley, celebrating a birthday, folks. It is the end of the hour, and hope tonight maybe Carol and Gina might come out tonight to Positanos and have a good time in Oak Brook. It'll be fun. Our show with completely different. We're going to have Daryl Armenstad, the professor, and the great soul sister Regina Karma tonight. Positanos, 7 o'clock in Oak Brook. Hope to see you. Good. Lillian, who let the dogs out. Woo! Ooh, who let the dogs out? You knew that was coming. Anyway, guys, have an incredible weekend. And like I said, we'll be no show to tomorrow because we'll be on the cruise ship. But we will be checking in Tuesday and Thursday on the ship. So, guys, have a good one. Be careful. Be fun. And again, let's go one more time to our friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy a local, shop local. Our good friends from Ace. That's right. Tune up that lawnmower. Spring tune-up is only $105 plus parts. They're your neighborhood powerhouse. And don't forget to grill your ace off. The new Weber Spirit Grill, $499, folks, for the whole month of March. Download the Ace Rewards app. Either way, keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. Ace, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Carol, thank you so much for jumping in again on Thursdays. We do appreciate it.
Of course. And, hey, safe travels. I just want to make sure I tell you safe travels. I hope you have fun. Yeah. If I don't see you tonight, I know Gina's going. I don't know if I can or not. I'm going to try. Okay. Just be safe. Enjoy yourself. Don't God, stay away from the overboard bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't go to the overboard bars. Stay away from that, especially
away.
after you have a few pops. I agree. Okay, guys. So be careful. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy. We will be coming live Tuesday and Thursday on the cruise ship, the Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another. We need it now more than ever, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all. Nick Sahajas, take us out. Ringo says peace and love. Peace and love to all of you. God bless everybody. Have a great week.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Bye, folks. That's all. Have a great weekend. God bless you. See you live on the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Oasis of the Seas.